It is Halloween 2015, October 31st, All Saints Day. And I just saw that Bill Clinton spoke to over 100,000 people at a memorial in Tel Aviv today behind bulletproof plexiglass, telling the Israelis that they need to go ahead and implement the peace agreement that Rabin, Arafat, and himself signed in 1993 to honor the memory of Rabin, who was assassinated in 1995, November 4th. And that would be the best way to honor Prime Minister Rabin, who was a man of peace. Many years ago, in 1993, I woke up from a couple of dreams that had to do with the Clintons, and I was weeping. I couldn't tell you what they were about, but this heaviness. When Bill Clinton had the Oslo Accords, signed those peace agreements on the White House lawn, I knew that it was not good. It would not work. It'd be nice to have peace, but God had spoken in many Old Testament passages, the book of Joel and Zechariah, for instance, that those who divided the land of Israel, they would be destroyed. The nation or person that divided the land of Israel would be destroyed. And so once I saw that in 1993 when he did that, I thought, well, that must have to do with the weeping, because he signed his death warrant messing with the land of Israel and coming against those prophecies in the book of Joel and other passages in the Old Testament that says that God will bring his people back to Israel in the last days from all points on the earth and reestablish that nation. So what President Clinton was getting involved in was becoming a real estate broker of God's land, and he did not have permission of God to do that. He was actually going against the commandment of God to do it. Now, the night before Rabin was assassinated in 1995, and you can look at the other dreams on See This Dreamer Coming, things I put up over the last years that I keep in journals and write this stuff down. You can pull a lot of this up. In 1995, the night before Rabin was assassinated, I had a dream he was assassinated. And so when it happened the next day, I was wrestling with this thing, and what I heard the Lord say in my spirit was, David, what am I going to do to those who twist the apple of my eye, Israel's, their prime minister, their king, their president's arm behind his back, to make him give away the land of Israel when I said don't do it? What am I going to do to those people? And I said, Lord, I don't know. What are you going to do? Well, I didn't hear anything. There was silence, and that was 1995. Well, fast forward to 2008, and the night that Obama was elected, it was a real bad deal, because we knew that he ran around with terrorist Bill Ayers, that his pastor hated whites in America and had a mass murder in heart. And Obama lied and said, I was in the church 20 years and I never heard him say nothing. So we knew he was a liar from that, and a lot of other issues. But okay, Lord, you know. So he's elected November the 4th. And I remember that night sitting in the living room, and when they finally announced the winner, I got up and I went to my office to read the newspaper in the house, and I'm going through the newspaper. And I get to the back of the newspaper and I see a little bitty thing on the corner there, like birthdays and stuff. And it said, today is the day, November the 4th, that they memorialize the assassination of Rabin. Actually, what it said, today is the day that he died in 1993. And he said, this is not the day that they memorialized it because there's some kind of issues with the government and the family that they do it a day or two after. But November the 4th, the day Obama was elected, is the day that the 4th of November, 1995, that Rabin was assassinated. And I heard the Lord say very clear to me, David, this is what I do to those who twist Israel's arm behind their back, the apple of my eye, to make them give their land away. Obama. And I knew from that point that Obama was a destroyer, and that what America had been planning through its leadership, literally since Jimmy Carter with Camp David, giving the Sinai away to Egypt for peace, and Egypt getting all that oil, and all Israel got was a piece of paper said, we won't blow you up. And then Bill Clinton gets in office, and he really gets to rolling and does Oslo, and he's giving away Israel's land. That Obama was going to do to America just what America was doing to Israel. That whereas America, through their wickedness and lack of the fear of God, was dividing the land of Israel and giving the land away to Israel's enemies and entrapping her and getting her in a bad situation. I knew this in 2008, and I sat here today in 2015, and Obama has done exactly that. He's dismantled this nation. He's set our enemies after us. He's made us vulnerable. Exactly what's happened in the Middle East and what's happening right now, watching all these threats to blow up Israel and run them out of the land and kill all the Jews. This same principality and power, this wickedness, this hell raising, like the Palestinians, the stabbing, the burning, the tearing down, this stuff, Black Lives Matter and all the racism he's got stirred up. We're more racially divided than we've ever been in the whole history of America. And all of our allies want nothing to do with us because we can't be trusted, because Obama has betrayed them and sided with the enemies of America. So when I saw today that Bill Clinton was in Israel begging the Israeli people behind plexiglass, bulletproof plexiglass, to go on and finish the Oslo Accord and the deal and let it happen, I thought, oh, he's the only one of those three who signed that paper, that contract against God, that ain't dead. Rabin's dead, Arafat's dead, and Clinton's still alive. But he has signed his name on the dotted line, his death warrant, asking God to finish him off for this wickedness he's doing. And you've got to understand, church, if you bless Israel, God will bless you. If you curse Israel, God will curse you. That principle works all the time. And what you're watching Bill Clinton doing, trying to curse Israel, is going to get him cursed. He's cursed already behind what he did, but the hammer's fixing to drop. So we're talking about Halloween. He does this. When he suffers the fate he's going to suffer behind what he is doing to the nation of Israel, You'll think it's Halloween because God don't play. And when he said, don't divide that land or I'll cut you to pieces, nation or people, I will cut you to pieces for dividing my land in the last days, you can take it to the bank that that's exactly what's going to happen. I wished it wasn't that way. I wished he hadn't been so stupid. He was raised in a Southern Baptist church. He's been around religious leaders who's told him these things, and he still has gone on and done it. Watch for what is coming to President Clinton, because it's coming right at him. And when it happens, everybody's going to understand why it happened, that's paying attention to the Word of God and believing God and taking him at his word for what he said in that Bible. You do not divide the land of Israel.